Shalom, shalom, shalom. Before I get this lesson started, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rakakodash, and double honors to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone of whom I learned from, and a shalom to the hopefully elect brothers taking this truth to the four corners of the earth, bidding the elect spirits to the marriage supper of the Lamb, who is Yahawashi, the captain of the hosts of Yahweh, Tazabah, the Yahweh of hosts. He is the captain, Yahawashi, and the Archangel Michael. This is your brother Radah. I want to go into the deep underground bunkers, military bunkers, or the D.U.M.Bs. These videos that they have available, these are just, normal ones, but there's stuff that they don't have available to see because they're super top secret. But it goes into the psyche that this specific race of people, that they are the biblical Edomites, that they have always known Yahawashi is coming back on a chariot, also known as a UFO, that they have used Hollywood and the CIA to program our minds with all the movies coming out of Hollywood to make us think that the chariots or the UFOs were some alien race of people from another planet, when it's just the military force of Yahweh on the right and left hand side. They're angels. They're holy angels and they're evil angels, and they're both the expression, the right and left hand expression of Yahweh of hosts, Yahweh Tazabah, Yahweh of hosts, the Yahweh of armies, and Yahawashi is the lead son, the head son on the right hand side. And I want to show you that this whole time we've been in America celebrating fucking Halloween, then Christmas, Halloween, then Thanksgiving. We just got out of Thanksgiving a couple days ago. Next is what? Christmas, or Samhain, or Saturnalia. Then New Year's. Then from New Year's, it's fucking it's St. Valentine's Day, and then another one. And it's just this and then plus you got football, you got baseball, you got the Super Bowl, you got all these enchantments coming through the television, telling you a vision, giving you a counsel that is left-handed, got your mind just the music playing, the constant. Remember in Daniel, when the music would play, when he erected that golden idol that everybody had to bow down to worship, bro, we're in a consistent, ongoing, drunken festival party, starting from Halloween till now, up until past New Year's. And it's been going on, and the whole time we've been stuck in the American Babylonian system of partying, chasing girls chasing guys, making money, chasing the bag, listening to hip hop, country, rock and roll, doesn't matter. We've all been drunk. We've all been seduced into this fucking 6-month long debauchery, starting from Halloween, ending at New Year's. And they were building these underground bunkers the whole fucking time. And in the midst of all of that, they had Renaissance Western Christianity going around hiding who Esau Edom is, making salvation exclusive to everyone, covering over the faces of the judges, further irritating the image of white supremacy by making Yahawashi, Yahweh, and the angels and the Israelites look like so-called white people, biblical Edomites, right? Changing the name of Yahawashi to Jesus, changing the name of Yahweh to Jehovah, and then creating this lopsided God that loves everyone, while Esau is underground preparing to go to war against Yahawashi, developing weapons to go to war against Yahawashi, and while Esau is going all over through the government of America, going all over the earth, stealing the resources of everybody by accusing all the other nations that don't line up with Renaissance Western Christianity, which is white supremacy, accusing them and justifying why he should go over there, go to war, murder their leaders, put in puppet leaders to then extract the resources out of those people's lands. That's what's been going on this whole fucking time. Check this out.
They're basically a city underground. Now there are 131 active deep underground military bases in the United is on the surface. These mega bases are gobbling up our gross national product. Right now we're spending 28% of the gross national product on building underground bases. Each one has an average cost of $17 to $19 billion. And the black budget is dead wrong. It sidesteps the United States Congress and its constitution of its people and says you're a bunch of morons you don't need to know. Each one is built in the side. It used to take a year to 2 years to build each one, and now they're capable of building a couple of them a year. The infamous Area 51, S4, S2, a CIA base. The high-speed railways, the magneto-leviton trains that connect all the deep underground military bases within the United States. It employs over 18,000 workers who work in shifts of 12 hours at a whack. Most of them work in the cover of darkness. Each with an average capacity capable of basically a city underground, roughly 4.25 cubic miles hollowed out underground. They have boring machines, for instance. They don't bore, they literally vitrify and melt the rock.
Crazy, huh? So look, I want to get some precepts. Let me see. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? What are we doing? What are we doing? So there goes some precepts right here. So let me see. Hold up. Holes. So Jeremiah 16:16. Behold, I will send for many fishers. That's what's happening right now. We are in the time of the prophets declaring before the world on the internet, on the street corner, everywhere, that Yahawashi is coming back. America is Babylon. That the so-called white man is the biblical Edomite, and the Latinos, blacks, and Native Americans are the Hebrew Israelites, and that many of our people also look like the nations because we were scattered to the four corners of the earth. And if your spirit resonates with this message, more than likely you are a Hebrew Israelite, even though you don't look like one of us. And that America will be destroyed by thermonuclear fire, and that Yahawashi is coming back on a so-called UFO. It's in the scriptures. We're going to pull those precepts. These bastards have always known this on the left-hand side. Jeremiah 16:16, behold, I will send for many fishers, saith Yahweh, and they shall fish them. That's what we're doing now in the time of grace. And after will I send for many hunters. This is when everything changes, when Yahawashi comes out of the sky and does not meet Esau like a man, and the war in heaven takes place. America is fucking bombed. Esau's armies are destroyed, and these underground bunkers that are all over the earth, the really big ones, are outside of America because Esau knows America is going to be ground zero when it comes to those bombs. And the scriptures say that the earth is going to be rocking to and fro like a drunkard because of the amount of bombs that are going to be hitting America. Okay? And they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. Micah 7:17. They shall lick the dust like a serpent. They shall move out of their holes like worms of the earth. They shall be afraid of Yahweh our power and shall fear because of thee. Revelation 6 and 15. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, there goes your bankers, your elites, and everybody that they allow to go with them, all their armies and their bodyguards and their concubines and their doctors and their scientists, because they believe they're going to be able to repopulate the earth. That's what the phoenix is all about. I'm going to pull that right now. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. What are the dens? Right there, I pulled it. You can see it. 1, 2, 3, 4 down. G4693. Speleon, and it goes into cave or den. And it's talking about this. This is what it's talking about. Hold on, let me clear this out. Where you at, TikTok? It's talking about these.
Over 21
These are the dens.
trillion of undocumentable adjustments in the U.S. government. If you go to our website, visitmoney.slayer.com, we have years and years of documentation, including the government financials that show this. And so the question is, where's all this money going? And one of the things I've looked at in the process of looking at where all this money is going is the underground base and city infrastructure and transportation systems.
Why would they be spending all of this money, all of this time, all of this ingenuity on this if they weren't preparing? This has nothing to do with fucking Russia. It's got everything to do with an attempt to counter Yahawashi. We're going to pull the precepts.
Bills. And I'm sorry. Yes. So. And I'm sorry. Yes. So.
Looks like a chariot right there on top, right? It looks like somebody looks like the chariots. See the chariots down there in the bottom? So regardless of how they drew this or why they drew this is prophecy. We're going to dig them out of their holes. And the chariots know where everything's at, bro, because who's inside the chariots? The Elohim on the right and left-hand side. Yahweh knows everything. The eyes of Yahweh are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. So again, regardless of if this is true with America, and I believe that it is, this isn't the meat. This isn't the crux of it all. Their main underground cities, their main holes are outside of America. America is going to get hit, you guys. And all of these underground bunkers, they're going to be destroyed with America, because this place is going to be melted. It's going to be one big black ongoing flame with smoke and fire and satyrs forever and ever as a perpetual memorial for the rest of the earth to see what the Most High did to these people. All right? But they got the same system in other countries, all over the place.
We systematically went through and tried to estimate or guess, this is totally a guess, how many underground bases, both underground in the United States, but also underground under the ocean around the United States. And our estimate was 107. From 2021 to 2023, I took one of the smartest subscribers in the Slayer Report network, and he and I spent 2 years collecting all the data.
That chick talking, she's a big time Edomite financial planner. She's fucking a genius when it comes to numbers, and she's worked with all the top fucking heads of state. So I think she's controlled opposition. She's been supposedly sounding the alarm or blowing the whistle since the C-19. But again, she doesn't identify anybody as Edomites, right? So she's only giving out certain amounts of information. Whenever they do that, it's called the revelation of the method. Let me see if I can find Reagan's speech. Reagan's speech. Let me see about aliens. Let me see. I should pull it up.
Now, this is just the sweetest wallet I've ever...
And more secure for you and your children. I couldn't help it.
Remember, this is a coded speech. He did this a couple of times. I'm going to try to find all of them. But it's based off of 2nd Ezra chapter 13. It's based off of Joel chapter 3. It's based off of all of the precepts in scriptures, even Ezekiel chapter 1, bro. Yahawashi going back up into a cloud. And in Revelations, was it 19 or 18, he comes back with clouds and fire. I'm going to pull all those precepts. But they understand that this is what this is talking about, and this is why they have been blaspheming. The word blasphemy means to speak disrespectful lies against the truth or against the Most High or God, and that's what they've been doing with Hollywood. Steven Spielberg, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. All of those movies were enchantments to program our minds into fear against what the chariots are and to make Yahweh Bahashem Yahawashi seem as a strange, unattractive, scary person. And he is terrible, but he's terrible because he's high and lifted up and he's holy. He's not terrible because he's unattractive and got a weird, abnormal size, deformed head. That's not the reason why to be afraid of the Most High and his chariots or his holy ones or his mighty ones. It's because they're powerful and they'll judge your fucking ass.
One point in our discussions privately with General Secretary Gorbachev, when you stop to think that we're all God's children wherever we may live in the world.
And that's not true. Only the Israelites are the sons of God.
I couldn't help but say to him, just think how easy his task and mine might be in these meetings that we held. If suddenly there was a threat to this world from some other species.
Salakia.
There was a threat to this world from some other species, from another planet, outside in the universe. We'd forget all the little local differences that we have.
See, and they're going along the narrative that they don't know what's going on, maybe, but they're suggesting, and what these are very cleverly devised enchantments to put the thought in your mind to what? To govern, to direct you down the path that they want you to go.
In our countries, and we would find out once and for all that we really are all human beings here on this earth together.
And and he's acting like they want to have peace, right? They don't want to have fucking peace. Here's the other one. Look.
I couldn't help at one point in our discussions privately with General Secretary Gorbachev, when you stop to think that we're all God's children wherever we may live in the world, I couldn't help but say to him, just think how easy his task and mine might be in these meetings that we held. If suddenly there was a threat to this world from some other species.
And that's a fucking lie, because every war that's been on the earth have been bankers' wars because of Amalek. He's making it sound like we just can't, we would just get along if something on the outside, and it's not being communicated correctly. All the wars that take place on the earth are because Amalek says so. They go to war against some nation for this or for that. It's always for fucking resources. And then when Yahawashi comes back, well, who's the first of the nations on the planet? Amalek, the head tribe of Esau, Edom. They have a doctrine that when he comes back, whatever they're fighting for down here stops, and then they all team up to go against Yahawashi. What kind of fucking organic war just stops to then starts fighting someone else? Think about it. Because all the wars are not organic. They're all set up by the bankers, and so they're not real wars. They're wars for power, position, for all kinds of stuff. You don't just stop fighting because someone else steps into the fucking room. You keep fighting, and then maybe you go deal with the person that steps in the room. But you don't fucking stop fighting someone when you're fighting to the death. When have you ever heard of that? But that shows you this shit's all it's all a part of prophecy, but it's also a part of their left-handed playbook.
From another planet, outside in the universe, we'd forget all the little local differences that we have between our countries, and we would find out once and for all that we really are all human beings here on this earth together. Well,
it's a script, because he said the same exact thing verbatim in the other video. It's a fucking script that he's going by.
I don't suppose we can wait for some alien race to come down and threaten us.
But I think that between us, we can bring about that realization. In our obsession with antagonisms of the moment, we often forget how much unites all the members of humanity. Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. And yet, I ask you, is not an alien force already among us? What could be more alien to the universal aspirations of our peoples than war and the threat of war? I think maybe I'd answer it this way. I keep, in my frustration sometimes.
Remember, too, what does the scripture say? Trust not thine enemy, though he come crouching and he speaks softly, he will seek to overthrow you. Right now, as we speak, these same bastards are about to enter into Venezuela to steal their fucking oil. Yet you see this fucking peckerwood right here. Oh, I sit down on the ground and I touch grass and I ponder and I think and I stare at the flowers and I wonder. Shut the fuck up. It's all lies, bro. It's all fucking lies. They were at war when this bastard was the fucking president. When the next fucking president came to be a president, they were at war then. It's been nonstop. They were bringing crack cocaine into the fucking country to fuck us up when this bastard was talking about, oh, the flowers and the dolphins. It's all bullshit, dude.
You know, actually, if you count some of the things going on in smaller countries and all, there have been about 114 wars since World War II. But I've often wondered, what if all of us in the world discovered that we were threatened by a power from outer space, from another planet? Wouldn't we all of a sudden find that we didn't have any differences between us at all? We were all human beings, citizens of the world, and wouldn't we come together to fight that particular threat?
And what's that threat? What's that threat? 2nd Ezra 13. Look at this. 2nd Ezra. These motherfucking bastards, bro. 2nd Ezra 13. Motherfuckers, bro. I swear to God, I fucking hate Esau. And it came to pass, after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea. This sea is talking about the firmament up in the sky, that it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. There goes your other host. There goes your armada of ships. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. See, he's coming up high, from his Father. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number. What men? These motherfuckers right here, dude. These bastards. This faggot. These men.
Not an alien force.
These assholes right here. Verse 5, and after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man, the alien threat that came out of the sea. So talking about the sky. Verse 6, but I beheld, and lo, he had graven himself a great mountain and flew upon it. There goes your father's ship, a massive chariot, a UFO. Verse 7, but I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. That's how massive it is. You couldn't see the edge of it. Verse 8, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet they did fight. Verse 9, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth, as it had been, a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempest. That's the doctrine. That's the glorious voice. That's the new song. That's the judgments. That's the law, statutes, and commandments. Coming out of Yahawashi's commandments and out of the chariots, being focused into a laser point beam and burning these fuckers up. 11. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up, every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. And this is just one precept why these bastards have been doing this. They've been going into these fucking underground bunkers, man. Look at this. This is giving you like a description of like, there's no sound, but it's just telling you like what it like.
Yeah, the underground bases are huge. Some of them have little studios. It ain't nothing. They're big bases, man. Shaped like upside down Christmas trees for stability, like structural strength of the whole thing, so that you don't have to support the weight of the upper floors as much. It's a pretty ingenious design, actually, if you're going to build an underground base like that. I don't know the exact locations of them, though. They're military bases, like supposedly this Pine Gap in Australia, someplace called Montouk. But these are the advertised places. There's a lot of unadvertised places like
that. They're all over.
Advertised places. There's a
look, you see them all in Africa, fucking South America, and there's way more than this because they know that America's going to be hit, you guys. But the reason why the spirit, the attitude, or the focal point of this particular lesson is I wanted to show you that we have been on the surface in ground zero, completely fucking distracted. Let me see if I can look. Let me just do this. Let me try this. Let me see if I can show you
a collage of New Year bestseller.
This is what we've been distracted with every year, you guys. Just, oh, how beautiful, right? Pretty, yeah, it is pretty. But the whole time we've been doing this, and Christmas and Thanksgiving, we've been doing this, right? Gathering all together, you know, all the way getting drunk, fucking kissing girls, fucking having sex, making money. These motherfuckers.
I almost didn't.
These motherfuckers have been doing the underground bunkers, getting ready for Yahawashi to come back, while we have been distracted, doing all kinds of just dumb shit, following after the whole fucking enchantment of America, patriotism, Republican, Democrat, white, black. I don't know what state you from, what city I'm from. I'm from Atlanta, hot Atlanta, getting all indoctrinated into America, whatever fucking city, whatever state, whatever nationality your ass was fucking born into, all of the enchantments. Meanwhile, these bastards, right?
It's gonna get rowdy. It's gonna get rowdy.
It's a brother from Vegas. Meanwhile, we're here fucking not even realizing America's gonna be wiped off the fucking map, right? And that's what we're here to herald. We're heralding Yahawashi, but they've been preparing to go against Yahawashi this whole fucking time. And when you start to realize it, it really fucking makes you fucking mad, bro. You know, all the time you wasted, all the time I wasted as an American, all the time I wasted as a so-called black man, all the time I wasted as a person from Arizona, now in Georgia, as a Christian, you know, Christmas after fucking Christmas, after Thanksgiving, after fucking Thanksgiving, after goddamn Halloween, after goddamn Halloween, the whole fucking time. These motherfuckers are preparing for some fucking shit, bro.
Locations of them for every state, sometimes two. The underground bases have connecting tunnels underneath of them, and they go way down deep.
Okay, so let's get some more. Let's just get some more. What the fuck?
You're not.
Let's just get some more.
Right now,
Epstein Island. Also,
The three sealed U.S. military underground.
if I told you,
like hitting me with the butt of his right.
How fucking huge that is, man. And you got guys just working and building. Look at it's like stories high. It's not the government, it's Esau. This is all Esau. They have been quietly preparing for something that's Yahawashi. Very major. He's the very major thing they're preparing for. Take a look at these doors, which are located miles beneath the surface, to get an idea of what they must be expecting. Look how thick those fucking things are, man. Stockpiling all kinds of food up in there. This is where they're taking all the resources too. That's where they hoard. This is where Esau and Amalek are hoarding all the resources. And then, oh yeah, I wanted to pull that. Let me get that. Let me get the doctrine of the Phoenix. Let me see. Let me see if I can pull that. Let me see. Okay, so this is...
Ever heard of the mythical phoenix? Let's dive into its magic. This legendary bird symbolizes renewal and rebirth in cultures. The phoenix is reborn from its ashes.
And there's not going to be another Renaissance. The Renaissance period already took place.
After a fiery destruction. This cycle teaches us about resilience and starting anew. Embrace your inner phoenix and rise from challenges stronger.
The phoenix, symbol of rebirth. The phoenix is one of the most powerful symbols of rebirth and resilience. Originating from Greek mythology, this majestic bird lives for centuries before bursting into flames and rising from its own ashes, renewed and reborn. The phoenix represents the cycle of life, death, and renewal.
This is what they're preparing for. This is their symbol, you guys. These fucking these underground bunkers. That's what that's going into. That's what that shit's going into. The deep underground bunkers. That's what it's going into. They think they're gonna fucking be able to escape prophecy and what Yahawashi says. And no, what does it say? Slovakia. What does it say? It says Revelations 6 and 15 and 16. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains. Okay, think about it. You gotta have fucking money. You gotta have money to do this shit, bro. So here again, we see more proof that the scriptures, that prophecy, that the testimony of Yahawashi is right. It is true. You gotta have money to go into these holes, these fucking dens. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man hid themselves in the dens, and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. They know Yahweh B'Hashem Yahawashi is coming. That's why they're doing this. They've known this whole time. But they've been telling you they don't know what the fuck, they don't know what the UFOs are. We don't know what they are. It's all lies. And here we are. We've been distracted on the surface with all this bullshit, right? We've been doing this stuff. Everybody, Jake included. We've been just doing all this bullshit. Playing around.
Wow.
Right? Just playing around, dude. And enjoying, and oh, it's so fun. And oh, it's so beautiful, it's so fun. Meanwhile, there's a whole nother system going on of digging down fucking cities underground, preparing for Yahawashi to come back. And they're telling you his fucking name is Jesus and he loves everybody. Yet they're getting ready for him to come back and destroy their fucking asses. So I pray that this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahawashi, Bahashim Krokadash, and give double honor to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone of whom I learned from, and a shalom to the hopeful elect, taking this truth to the four corners of the earth, bidding the elect spirits of the marriage supper of the Lamb, who is coming back to destroy America and Esau, Edom, and you 2/3 who won't repent. Yahawashi is coming with fire, man. He's coming with clouds and he's coming with fire, you guys. Y'all got to repent. This is your brother Radah. Shalom.